This is the dimming down of the engineered light. See how it gets darker? All right, and it's been getting brighter. You'll see the image that I just took a moment ago at 4:58 p.m. It's currently 5 p.m. There you go. This is engineered light. It's getting brighter and dimmer in real time. This is, again, engineered light. You could see the glowing aspect. That's dynamic light. Under what is the furniture is on the opposite side of the patio. You can see it's appearing downward, closer to the ground, where the shadow is typically appearing on all sides. You can see the shadow of the same furniture that doesn't move. I showed you on this side, and I've showed you where the shadow of the patio furniture that's on the opposite side. That's speaking to the trajectory of light shooting forward, not sunlight, and it's also downward. And then you have stalking inside of the unit, in sync with the Demon in 55. Again, while impulsive light activity is occurring, this is impunity. This is the cackling demon that uses the device to monitor with the people of the state in violation of Title 18. This is mental illness that's being exhibited while the demons are then acting with the state of California under deliberately crafted laws that are designed to falsely depict by targeting you and then trying to depict you as being one having the status under, such as, for example, the Welfare and Institutions Code. This is where an entity that is gang stalking is targeting in order to fit that qualification, but it actually doesn't even fit that qualification because the entity is not only doing that, they're manufacturing the information while they're gang stalking, by the way. So you're mindful of the fact it's 5 p.m. The entity has the fake sun over me at 5:01 p.m. At Alvarado Gardens, and that which is outside of my office at 5:01 p.m. is not outside of her patio glass door where she turns on the faucet at the same time that I show you and open the blinds. That's called stalking with activity. That's a demon. All right. Also is engaged in worshiping my genitalia with the same entity that's aware of everything that's happening in the bathroom. That's a massive and egregious sex offense committed by an entity under a fake sun. This is the same fake sun that RGS is going to be prosecuted for gang stalking under, because you have what is hours earlier at 7:26 in the morning, daylight savings time or not, idle presence of a fake sun. All right, this is the patio furniture that you're seeing, the shadow of it. You see how tall it is, but the shadow of it is appearing down here. That's called stalking with engineered light, not sunlight. And this is the maintenance of a sun that's never in Florida today, nor at any time, based on what the stalkers at Woodside Senior Apartments are maintaining presence under, amongst what has nothing to do with the engineered light that's appearing inside. It's also occurring underneath a covered structure at that great distance, in concert with the population that's maintaining presence in this environment. And just, you can pay attention to the acoustics as I go down here. The demon in the background, gang stalking in the kitchen, using the microwave and the refrigerator and the faucet as a means of stalking with noise. That's the cackling demon that is entirely psychopathic with multiple personalities and thought that it was going to, with a high school education, outwit me behind my back. In concert with the corrupt government, that's the only way that you can get away with these things, in doing so while falsely depicting the character of the one whom they literally want to be. It's very pathetic, but it's also very threatening. And this is speaking to, again, advocating the ways in which the laws in California are going to change. All right, the targeting system under deliberately crafted law equals kidnapping, theft of property, and also causes what is murder. All right. This is the entity that is doing so in this specific environment. It is currently 5:03 p.m. The entity has the fake sun in perfect alignment with me at 5:01 p.m. The entity is keeping the fake sun while I'm documenting the fake sun reflecting off of my bedroom window in Los Angeles, that's building 1806, and the fake sun that is reflecting off of my bedroom window is Los Angeles, is not outside of her bedroom, her patio glass door. And it's also not a coincidence that the demon is using the faucet and the refrigerator and the microwave as a means of simultaneity of conduct. As I open the patio glass door, the faucet comes on. As I aim my camera down this way, the microwave door closes. That's also not sunlight while it's reflecting off of my bedroom window in Los Angeles. Which is what I documented at approximately 4:50. You can look at the video documentation where LAPD is stalking with amplified helicopter activity. All right, that was yesterday evening at or around 5 p.m. This is not sunlight either, okay? The entity is engaging what is a pattern of conduct where you can see my shadow appear. This is my arm on the ceiling. None of this is sunlight. You are stalking in an apartment, and the third-party landlord company, the property management company, AVANATH Capital Management, is also gang stalking as well. The entity is what you saw, what I started this video. It's getting darker and dimmer. This is what I'm narrating on the podcast. This is where the Ontario International Airport is gang stalking. So let me go ahead and document that, because the city of Ontario, the demon in Unit 55, this demon in Unit 51, sharing in that ongoing obstruction of justice. Ontario International Airport, that's going to be shut down. Gang stalking, which is at 4:57 p.m. While what you saw, the engineered light getting brighter, that's not the sun, nor is that sunlight. That's called light activity. That's what the demon-possessed do with their vehicles in the path. You're looking at it happen in the whole demonic environment, while a bunch of stalkers are engaging in surveillance together while I am exposing them. Paul Leon is out of office. Okay, Ontario International Airport, Paul Leon is out of office. Gang stalking at 4:57 p.m. Amplified plane activity, crossing of path in a commercial plane. A lot of money under the fake sun that's idle at this address amongst the engineer light, which, as you saw at the beginning of this video, glowing on and off and on and off, and it hasn't done it since I've been capturing this video. This is exactly what was happening. As you saw it in this video, this is what I was narrating about on my podcast. Okay, but you're going to hear it because I'm going to add this video to the podcast as well. This is speaking to everybody who's going to prison. Everybody in units 33 through 64, they're all going to prison. Linda Reyes is going to federal prison. All the employees of Woodside Senior Apartments are going to federal prison and mental asylums, which is fitting. While they're acting in furtherance of committing murder and kidnapping and stealing property that they're never going to get, and they're going to return everything that was stolen to me, while they sought to falsely depict the character of the one whom they want to steal from. And the government necessarily had to do it behind my back, being one that is formally and legally trained and highly educated, and the entity is trying to, on paper, falsely depict me as another way, while they're gang stalking and psychologically torturing the entire time. Which, by the way, is not even getting the reaction that they want. Psychological torture to me is ammunition to prosecute them. But psychological torture is ordinarily designed to cause the ordinary and average American citizen, which doesn't make you weak, it makes you a human being, and also doesn't make you mentally ill. It does not make you mentally ill, and the entity uses deliberately crafted legislation in California to steal, to kidnap American citizens. That is no diagnosis for mental illness. That is not a diagnosis for mental illness. It's called malice. And these are thieving politicians. These are thieving government actors sitting in court, serving Satan, and gang stalking in that venue as well. And doing so with a bunch of high school graduates, a bunch of unemployed degenerates, gang stalking, serving that same system. It is currently 5:07 p.m. This is the prosecution of the state of California. And this highly unintelligent method of targeting somebody, they're targeting the one that's prosecuting and exposing them. And using the television as a means of monitoring, it's a malice and impunity. All 144 units, they're all losing their apartment homes. So I hope that it's worth it. You're all going to lose your housing now. That's how important I am to you, that you're going to be homeless, that's fine. But that's the entity that is, again, you're hurting yourself at this point. You've exposed who you are, which is a terrorist. You're going to be prosecuted for that. The engineer light is changing in real time. Pay attention to that. Changing in real time. Rewind the tape and see how it was a couple minutes ago. That's not sunlight. All right, it's currently, again, 5:08 p.m. This is documentation of malice and impunity, and the mental illness is personified, all right, through the light activity. These are psychopaths. These are psychopaths that have conspired together as a corrupt society targeting an American citizen. They targeted me, and they targeted me because it is the Lord's will that I expose them to you. I identify them to you, and you need to know that this is of Satan. That's what you need to know. This is what state of California is engaging. It's a business. This is P.O.C.